Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Villarreal match preview. But as you can see, we finally have Mr. Malorto with us, and obviously I'm going to be asking him because he left us due to exams in a period of our need, where Clay and I have been watching games left, right, and center, getting depressed every week. So now Malorto, before I ask anyone to subscribe, smash a like, all that stuff, I'm going to ask you, my good sir. Because I know you've been watching the games. How have you been feeling in this horrendous Manchester United set of results?
I think you guys can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I've been hitting the books, at least it's been a little bit of a nice distraction from the depression that is Manchester
Hope Ali
United.
joins you hitting those books.
Yeah, I hope Ollie read some books maybe also.
Books won't even help with Ole. Ole is beyond help.
Exactly.
That's just where we are right now. But I just don't have the energy to be angry anymore. I don't have the energy to be shouting Ole out because, what is it going to change? I was listening to Mark Goldbridge talking about how he's been talking to his sources, and the club's okay with the situation. They're not even bothered. So I can't do that to myself anymore. So I'm just gonna analyze the games for what they are, and that be that. Because, like, what more can we say? We've said it all. This manager clearly has no idea what he's doing. And it's obvious. And he does this thing, I don't know if you guys noticed, where when we're losing, it's like he's trying to hide in his coat. And it takes me off so much, because you're the manager of Manchester United and you're there doing this on the sidelines, crossing your hands. Like, fucking do something. But to give a brief analysis of the game of the weekend, it was worrying. It was very worrying. And not just from the point of view of Ole, from the players as well. Because I kind of felt like Villa came to us. Villa played an open brand of attacking football, and they left a lot of spaces. And we had countless opportunities to counter them, but we couldn't even score doing that, which has been our MO for the longest time. And I just felt like, we couldn't stitch anything together. It was going nowhere. Pogba might as well have been playing in the midfield. Ronaldo does not look happy. Ronaldo does not look happy. And I'm not surprised. You can't lose a Champions League game and then lose a Carabao Cup game where you said the players can stay at home. But we got this, and then still lose the game and expect for the morale to be great. Because as much he's not getting, what's it called again? He's not getting service, which is abundantly clear. He just didn't look on it. He just looked like, I am so finished with this. I can't believe I came to this club. I can't believe I'm in this nightmare. That's what I got from Ronaldo.
I gave him a 10 out of 10.
And then Mason Greenwood think. Yeah, I know, I also would. And Greenwood thinks he's Messi, clearly. Greenwood thinks he's Messi. And to be honest, I think it's coming from the coaching. I honestly don't think it's Mason. And I know a lot of people are hating on Mason right now, but we saw similar things midweek against against West Ham. And I think this is Ole. Ole, whenever we're struggling to score goals, he encourages them to take on players and try make something out of nothing, because that's all he knows. That's his playing style. And hence why Mason Greenwood is now playing like he's playing. And I just felt like not just Ronaldo, the players, I feel like there's a seed of doubt entering the players' minds at the moment, because I felt like the attacking line more so just didn't look like they were on it. They just looked off. McFred might as well just at home. They didn't need to play. They basically weren't there. And it was just another game of shit volleyball. I'm sorry for my language. And I'm just tired.
I'll ask you one more thing before we move on. What do you think of the manner in which Bruno took his penalty?
Great timing.
Okay, we'll wait for him to come back. Okay, Moloto's internet died there for a second, but I got him back. Moloto, I was saying to you, I was asking you one more thing before we move on. What did you think about the manner in which Bruno took his penalty?
There's a little part of me that kind of thought maybe he missed on purpose. He was like, I'm done with this manager. Screw him. I'm freaking missing this penalty. But nah, I think it comes down to pressure. That's what it is, clearly. And the pressure of us playing bad, the pressure of it being in the 90th minute, which you can usually handle. But then on top of that, this other world-class player best player in the world who wants to take penalties from you. And it's strange because I thought if anyone would get it, it would be Bruno because he plays with them in Portugal. He knows how Ronaldo is, and he knows Ronaldo takes penalties at Portugal already. And I assume that he would accept the role of being the creator, and embrace that. But for some strange reason, egos are clashing now, clearly, and yeah, it sucks. And I'm hoping because OLE clearly doesn't have the balls to decide who takes penalties. I mean, we've had this problem before. At a point, Martial, Rashford, and Pogba all taking penalties. So he's not going to solve it. So I'm hoping Bruno will say, you know what? It makes sense. When I was the number 9, Ronaldo takes penalties. But yeah, it was a howler. I've never seen such.
I've never seen Bruno take a penalty in such a manner. So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. Bruno's got a 93% conversion rate from the penalty
Not anymore.
spot. So it is what it is. But we move on. We move on. Are you gonna say something? No.
Yeah, he doesn't always do the hop.
Okay.
Doesn't always do the hop, but I'm saying he doesn't always do the hop. But then he still tends to convert it. But that wasn't even close.
Bruno,
Commentator even said it landed at Villa Park.
Yeah, I don't ever see Bruno blast penalties in my life. I've never seen Bruno blast a penalty. So, if you're going to play devil's advocate, I also think there might be something sketchy going in the background. But, it is what it is. Who am I to say anything? But anyways, we're moving on. Marcus Rashford has sent out a tweet today saying, "Happy Monday. I see the doctor on Friday for a consultation. All being well, I'll get the green light to join with contact training again." So Marcus Rashford should be coming back very, very soon. And I've seen lots of United fans around the world saying, we are missing Marcus Rashford. Yes, we are missing Marcus Rashford only for one reason. That's because he's the perfect player for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I was telling someone this on Twitter. He's fast on the break so he can counter. And he's got moments of individual brilliance. That's the only reason we're missing Marcus Rashford. Because our team without Marcus Rashford is more than good enough to win games. So.
In fact, I'm pretty convinced Greenwood yesterday was doing his best Marcus Rashford impression.
That's what I was telling Clay. I said to Clay also, it looked like it was Rashford today. And I've never seen that from Mason Greenwood. So, yeah, we're going to have to see what happens. But, moving on to the Villarreal game. Obviously, we are at home. So, it's another home game for Villarreal. I mean, for us. I almost said for Villarreal. It's a home game for us. But interesting enough, boys, I don't know if you guys are aware of Villarreal's match history this season. It's 0-0 to Real Madrid. Then they beat Elche 4-1. Then another 0-0. Then they drew to Atalanta. Then they lost to Braga. Then they drew to Atletico. Drew to Espanyol. Drew to Granada. Drew to Chelsea. Drew to Leeds. Lost to Leicester. Lost to Marseille. So they are on a ridiculous bad run of games. Which means only one thing. They're getting a dub at Old Trafford this week. So I've got no hope.
Wait, when did they join the Leeds?
They drew to Leeds pre-season. Yep.
It's pre-season.
And I can even go further than that because they drew to Lyon. Then they lost to Valencia. Then they drew to United and won on penalties. So this is all the way even going back to our game in the Europa League final. Lost to Madrid before that. Lost to Villarreal. Oh no, they won the game against Sevilla. So that was the last proper time they've won a game. So they're on quite a bad run. And I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if they turn into prime Barcelona against Manchester United on Wednesday. I can tell you that much. So yeah, boys, how are you feeling going into this game? Because obviously I think we've lost the last 3 out of the last 4 games at Manchester United. So form is not good. Players don't look happy. They don't look like they're up for it anymore. They look very frustrated. Tactically, I don't expect anything to change, and obviously I'll get to this team on my left. This is not a predicted team. This is the team he has to play. I'm not going to put the predicted Oli team out because I'm done with him and his useless teams. Do I think he'll play this team? Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, we'll get there. Miloto, Clay, how are you guys feeling heading into this game?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I haven't been on the show too long. I've completely lost my chain of thought from the first sentence. My gosh. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. You're not really hearing much, and it's until yesterday where you kind of see like maybe the fans at Old Trafford, maybe now trying to feel that I don't know about this manager, but the thing is, I think we're probably going to get a reaction from this team because we go again mentality, and we're gonna probably come out and be on it and not play beautiful football. We can't do that. We're incapable of doing that. But we will be energetic and all of that, and that might get us over the line. But at the same time, it kind of seems like any team nowadays that can play a decent brand of tactical football will give us trouble. And once again, I go back to the fact that what's it called again? Villa didn't really play the low block. They didn't. They came to us, and we couldn't. We lost that, and we've seen this in the past before. We've talked about how it's just a low block, but it's not. I go back all the way to Leipzig, where they played complete football, but then they put us under so much pressure that we just crumbled. And I'm a bit scared. Because I kind of feel I rate Unai Emery as a coach. I think he's done well at Villarreal, and I think he's not stupid. He's going to know how to beat United, and he's going to set up like that. And if we do what we've been doing, and we're shooting from impossible angles, and we can't string two passes together, and we can't get the ball to Ronaldo, I sense trouble here.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, we have a lot of issues at this club right now, and like you said, it's kind of this air of the fans starting to not trust Ali anymore, just because of our recent fixtures. It's going to create some chaos in the dressing room, and we touched on this a lot. We do have that we go again mentality, and we might just see a hammering performance for all we know. But it just depends on United turns up on the day. And right now, I don't think we know how to turn up anymore. We've shown a lack of it very recently. So I personally don't quite see that happening. But that's just how our team works. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see it. It's just what United shows up on the day. Because if we try to see the same sort of performance we saw against Villa, and Villarreal try to play in a similar sort of way, I think we're going to struggle a lot. And the only disagreement I really have with anything that you said was just Villa not defending on a low block, because I personally do think they defended on a low block. I just think they pressed very well from the front to kind of minimize the low block lack of pressing from the back. They pressed very high from the front, and they just kind of sat there as a double pivot with Ramsey going forward and then the five at the back whenever we were defending. So I thought it was very tough for us to break down course. Yeah.
I just kind of felt like there's a lot of times where we had space. So I get your point. Maybe it was very segmented throughout the game.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of time where it just kind of felt like where we got the ball, we could run at them, which is what we do.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't even use that.
I think when you can catch a team that primarily plays a low block on the break, you're always going to find that. Because you're playing 3 versus 3 at any given time, and you can more than likely have an overload because you're faster as an attacker versus a defender. So when we caught them on the break, there was tons of space for us to operate, and we could have created really good chances. Once.
Okay. Well, while Clay's busy there is one thing I do want to say, because what's it called? I was watching the United on the United stand, the fan cams, because these are fans that go to the ground, and the one of the fan cams said that Ollie's losing the fans. And I was just thinking, I don't know if he's really losing the fans, to be honest. We were 1-0 down, and they sing Ollie's at the wheel, so they sing Bring on Eddie Cavani. I'm just like, this just sums up the fan base in general. Is this what we are now? Are we gonna be Are we gonna be Arsenal, just living off the vibes, lower standards? Like, I think even Mark said it on the show. He's like, I was giving Fred credit, and I said this before. Mark said it, that you said I was giving Fred credit, and I was applauding McTominay just for doing the basic stuff, passing the ball forward, just not losing the ball, just a good pass here and there, so that should just be given. And I was like, maybe people are starting to realize only now. It takes some people a while, because even some Oli inners, they're like, how do we fix this? And I'm like, it's this, this has been a common thing. The only thing that's happening now is that the luck is running out. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
The luck
As
is
soon as
running
the
out.
fixtures dry up, this style of football is one of the worst things on earth to watch. Because if you can't say at least we're winning games, you have nothing to support this style of play.
Yeah.
And it's that simple right now.
Yeah.
I feel like, talking about the fan cams, last game specifically, I kind of feel like there was a feeling that, and I'm talking about United Stand and the United View and other channels, but I watched primarily those two. And there was a bit of a feeling that there wasn't anyone really saying Ollie in, People believed it, seemed maybe they were scared to say it. and there was a feeling that I might back him, but there's something wrong here. you know, that people are starting to come to that, and obviously they are because the thing is, Ole is in a corner, and as you kept saying, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
When you have Ronaldo on the pitch and you're playing badly, like fans aren't stupid. We have the team, so there's clearly one problem left, and it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I do kind of feel like in the last game, people are starting to worry. But the problem with this fan base is that we're gonna smash Villarreal, and it's gonna be gone. It's going to be gone.
That's the problem. But that's what I was telling Clay. I don't want United to lose. But part of me was like, justice was served when Bruno missed that penalty. Because if Bruno scored that penalty, it would have all been forgiven. And a draw at the end of the day is still not good enough. No one should have been happy with the draw. So like I said, I think results have to go really bad to get this manager fired. Because I don't think the Glazers will fire him anytime soon. Top four is more than enough for them. Ollie probably knows, if I get top four, forget trophies, fam. I'm still in a job at Manchester United. And with a team like this, it's near impossible not to get top four with a team like this. So I don't know if I was in the dressing room with the players, I would want a word. If I was Ronaldo or anything, I'd be like, what is going on? How are you making world class players look like shite? And I'm gonna get to this team on my left because, like I said, it's this or it's give up. It's give up because I don't know what you need to realize as a manager at Manchester United to realize McFred and certain other players just don't work, and you clearly tactically don't know what you're doing to make it work. So somebody on Twitter posted a clip of Ollie saying, I remember the United way. The United way used to be we winning games on the counter attacks, lots of goals scoring on the counter attack, and moments of brilliance. And I was like, well, there you go. That's his tactic, clearly. Then he admitted it. He came out of Ollie's mouth saying we counter attack and we win games based on moments of brilliance. So it's not a surprise to me anymore that that's actually his tactic. So that's what he wants, and that's what he gets because we counter attack and we had moments of individual brilliance. So football has moved on, and we need to progress as a football club. What he is doing right now is not good enough. The whole world found it out. It looks like any team can beat us as long as they tactically get it right. It's not hard, and like I said, I think the last few results that Manchester United have had has been has shown it. Has shown it. But
A big thing from this season that I think we can take away is that it's when teams get sloppy, that's when we pounce on them.
yeah,
This season in particular, we shown a lot of negativity in the first half, and then the second half comes around, the players are a bit tired, they feel a little bit sloppy on the ball, they may just give up on a press really easily, and we just have a lot more space to operate with. And that comes down to the quality of player, and that's why we've been winning games recently. And right now, teams aren't letting up throughout the full 90, and they're not giving us that chance. They're making sure they're 100% ready to face United right now.
yeah.
And it seems to be our weakness.
There's no fear factor. Like we could have all these world class players, but there is no fear factor. Because people they don't look forward to Cristiano's, they don't look forward to Sancho's on the ball, Pogba's on the ball, because they just know if they collectively press and they don't slip up, they will beat us. They will beat Manchester United. So, like I said, I'm gonna get to this team, and I think this team is very important for Oli now because. Malot, I don't know if you heard because you were lagging out there, but I was basically saying that Oli has himself admitted that Manchester United way was counter-attacking and scoring goals on moments of brilliance from the man himself. That's what he said, and that's why I said it's no surprise now to me that that's the way we play. So
I feel like what Ole doesn't get it was probably a symptom of the style, but then it wasn't the whole style, And he's just taken this one aspect of it and based his whole playing style around it, And we hear that he doesn't do the tactics, but if the tactics are wrong, you're the manager, you say, no, that's wrong, make it better. So that's no excuse, And Ole just out of his depth. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't. He's the biggest con man in the world. He's conned himself into the big football. And it's going to be interesting, this Villarreal.
yeah, and like I said, what I'm interested to see is what Clay was saying also. Usually United bounce back, usually they turn up, and Oli said his team will turn up. They will fight for the badge, all the things Oli loves to hear and loves to say. But if I don't see that against Villarreal, if I don't see Bruno look happy and looks like he's giving everything and he looks frustrated, if I don't see Ronaldo getting enough of the ball, if I don't just see good overall team play, then I have known that Oli is kind of losing the dressing room little by little
Yeah.
by little, because we've never seen that under Oli. This team, whenever they were in a rut like this, whatever, they usually can go on a run of games. They never let their head go down. Sometimes, unless they go 1-0 down, the situation. But they win games. They shit house results. And at the moment, it don't look like our team is willing to do that. Bruno's skying
Yeah.
pens. Mason Greenwood's not passing to Ronaldo for a tap in. These are basic things that start happening at Manchester United. So I'm worried more for Ali's sake, because I'm wondering if the players has had enough. Because that's what it looks like. It don't look like a team. And I think I don't know which pundit said it, but they said United don't look like a team. Liverpool, Chelsea, City. When you watch them, that's a team game. When you watch Manchester United, it's not a team game. So
When you're struggling, I feel like you double down on the blueprint, the plan, the tactics. And I think the players are doing that. They're doubling down. It's individual brilliance, so they're going to take it on themselves to be more individualistic. Messed up the word there. And yeah, that's why we're seeing Sancho. It was not Sancho. That's why we're seeing Greenwood doing what he's doing. That's why we're seeing Pogba doing what he's doing. Lingard, Bruno. And this thing is, I feel like with this manager, it's done. It's not improving. Like, it's either going to work in his mind or it won't. And he's just going to keep doing the same thing in training, the same thing in training, and the same thing in training. And we're going nowhere. And he has put himself in a pickle because he's brought in, I think these players love him. The group love him. But now he's brought in two winners. He's brought in Rafael Varane and Ronaldo, who played at Real Madrid, who know how it's supposed to be done. And Ronaldo is going to speak up. Like, he is going to, He might not be disrespectful about it. He might find a right channel to do it. But he's going to speak up. And I feel like these players follow Ronaldo. They do. So that's going to be the start of his downfall.
yeah, I agree. But like I said, let's see what happens. Also, okay, man, I was gonna say your camera is gone, but it's back now. Let's get to this team on my left. I must once again emphasize: do I think this team is gonna play? Do I think Oliver's gonna pick this team? No. If I have to ask any of you guys if they're gonna pick this team, you guys are gonna say no. I tell you what's gonna happen. There's gonna be Dean Henderson, right? There could be Maguire. I haven't put Maguire in sure because I don't know about their fitness. That's the only reason. But if they fit, there's no worry in my mind that for sure Luke Shaw is going to play and Maguire is going to play if they fit. That's going to be McFred. That's 100% going to be McFred. And I think it'll be quite the same team that we played. Maybe worst case, I see Cavani, Ronaldo, and Greenwood at front three, which is the most selfish and the most idiotic front three you could pick at this moment of time, because those three together ain't gonna work. Cavani don't want to pass to no one because he wants to score. Ronaldo's not going to pass to no one because he wants to score. Greenwood clearly doesn't want to pass to no one because he wants to score. So this could go very wrong if Oli picks the wrong team. And it could just be as simple as something like McFred. And I think it's game over already as soon as the first whistle is blown. So for me, if Oli wants to win this game, there's only one team to pick. It's got to be this team here. So let's get into this team. David De Gea. Probably been our best player at Manchester United this season. It's a no-brainer. When your job is on the line and you have got no results at your back, there is no reason to bring in Dean Henderson. There is no reason. You go full strength. We don't have a single point on the board in the Champions League. You have to win this game. You bring in David De Gea. Did any of you disagree?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, we need him right now, and he's been performing. As you say, the only good player at the moment, really, or the only outstanding player at the moment. So, I don't know. He's probably going to play Dean Henderson.
No, yeah, I was going to say that. But
Dean.
would you all agree he has to play De Gea? Because I don't think he will. And I think that's already the sign of trouble.
I don't know. Because as I've made it clear in the past, I don't mind the switching of the goalkeepers. So, we're now playing De Gea. Or he's now playing De Gea because, well, he can't get the best out of lesser players. So if we're looking for a point of view of it doesn't matter, we have Ole at the wheel, and we've accepted that. Let's just focus on winning. Yeah, I guess he should play De Gea. But a little part of me feels like let him play Dean Henderson, and when it chucks, let's go in on Ole, because all of this is part of exposing Ole for the fraud he is.
Yeah, and I think that's what will happen though. I think that's what's gonna happen if you don't pick the right team. I think we're gonna be here again, saying what on earth has happened because McFred and them and the rest of his players, his favorites, can get a result. But if they don't get a result, I think Ollie then is. I think he's under the shoe. He's definitely under the shoe then at least. So Ollie needs a result. But yeah, Clay, David there or Dean Henderson. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna pick the air, but yeah, I think he has.
Yeah. I think if we were in a better off position, I'd be okay with Henderson coming. If we got like the 3 points versus Young Boys, and we weren't too worried about this game, I'd be okay with it. But
Or if you're winning
right now,
the previous games, I think
yeah,
it'll be fine.
again, if we're in a better situation just overall, I'd be more than okay with it. But right now, he needs to pull a win out of his ass. David De Gea has been saving us time and time again this season, and he needs that in the back right now. So he should play David De Gea, especially with his back against the wall. If he doesn't, I very much do think Henderson's lack of fitness, lack of game time is going to show against a team like Villarreal, who is capable of scoring some goals. So we'll have to see what happens, but I think David is the way to go if you want to win.
I think so as well. I don't. Do you know, I love the guy when he was on form. We had to argue should Ollie pick him. He was, but now it's not a question. There is number one. It is what it is. So it's harsh in life. You know, this is Manchester United. You either get with it or you get out. It is what it is. The backline. Alex Telles. Listen, he's not. I wouldn't play him. I think if Luke Shaw is fit, you probably have to play Luke Shaw. But I don't know about Luke Shaw, so I just put in Telles. Same with Maguire. I don't know what the fitness is, so I put Victor Lindelof. You know, still should be fine. Shouldn't be real problems for Manchester United. I put Varane because, like I said, Ollie needs to win this game. He needs 3 points. You need to play your best centre back, so you play Rafael Varane. Then Delo has to play because Aaron Wan-Bissaka is suspended. So yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I like the pairing. I think it's good.
Yeah, Maloto's been watching
And
that. That was fullback.
Varane will definitely. No, one of them.
Okay.
One of them.
Fine. Alright.
What's this? Varane, yeah, Varane definitely. You know what? No, actually, let Bailly play.
But you want Ollie
Because I
to
do
get
not want
banned.
Telles anywhere near.
Ollie's gonna lose with this
I
team.
want Telles anywhere near the pitch.
If Ollie rotates too much, he's losing this game, fam.
Okay, no. Okay, Telles should play because it's exposing Ollie. Because I feel like yes, Telles can be pulling more of his weight, but then I do feel like a part of the bad form is part of Ollie's incompetence because he doesn't play enough. So in that sense, but then there is a very an argument that most people won't have to say we've seen Victor Lindelof in right back before, and we play Bailly in centre back, so we can play that on the left just to avoid having Telles on the pitch. But yeah, that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
If he does that, at least we know
3 of those centre
Telles
backs
is
are.
not rated.
I'm so over Telles. Like, I can't even begin. I'm so done with this player. And there probably isn't playing there, he just needs to play more. But yeah, Dallo, I enjoyed his performance. Kind of enjoyed the performance more on the left, to be honest. I think he was good on the right midweek, but I really enjoyed what he was doing.
Ollie, if
I
Ollie
really enjoyed
doesn't
what he was
play
doing on the left,
Telles,
but then
you probably play the low left back, Victor right back, and then Bailly at centre back. If Maguire's not fit, because like you said, look, we've seen Lindelof play full back before, so yikes.
Hey, we'll see. But there's no chance Dallo will ever start consistently on the left because competition is just on another level there.
No.
But he's clearly a really good replacement, you know, and I'm happy that we kept him.
Yeah.
So I guess some big weakness, big hole with Telles is. I think if Unai Emery is smart, they'll target him. But I'm happy with most of the defense.
Fair?
The Telles thing is always very iffy. I kind of forgot about the Wan-Bissaka suspension, so my initial thought was straight up, just pay Aaron and Dallo then probably. It's an easy solution. But yeah, he is kind of ruled out, unfortunately, for my plan.
Ollie's in trouble, guys. The luck, everything in general it's going down. It's going on a downward spiral, and I don't know. This is the only way he pulled it out for me. So
Tellez genuinely just hasn't been performing anywhere near the levels of the top left back that he was when he came to this club initially. And that's largely down to not getting enough game time, we all know this. And obviously Luke Shaw's spectacular form. But this should be the chance that Tellez goes, okay, I need to wake up here. I need to try fight for this number 1 jersey while Shaw is out for however long he is, whether it's serious or not. He needs to try stake his claim again. And a game like this should be the game where he tries to prove himself on the biggest stage in European football, in world football. But I don't know what we're going to expect from Tellez. He has got some minutes under his belt this season, so I don't think I can use the excuse of he hasn't played enough to kind of help him now. But I definitely understand the argument nonetheless. But Tellez has always been very weak defensively, and he's going to need to fix that. And unless we see him quite literally try and pocket the guy who's going to be playing on the right wing for Villarreal, I don't think we're going to be praising this guy for his defensive capabilities. So I'm hoping he at least adds something going forward. But the backline is basically just fitness dependent on Shaw and Maguire, like you said, and Varane should probably play unless Ollie's been extra experimental because Victor Mbaye again. And yeah, Dallo is almost certainly playing. There's no doubt in my mind.
I don't think Ollie's got the facilities to play a second team in this game, to be honest with you. I think Ollie's going to shit himself and go strong.
Tell us, the problem I have with them, I don't see any world-class potential, you know?
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
With Dallo, with Dallo, he's been off, but you can see going forward, you can see that there's something there. With Wan-Bissaka off defensively, you can see that's his thing. I don't know what Tellez's thing is, we thought it was attacking, but then he's just okay, really. Like, he crosses, it doesn't really come out,
He's got a point to prove.
Set-piece taking is okay.
Yeah.
And then defensively, he's just shambles. So I don't know if he's the level of Manchester United. And it was a very iffy signing. It was like we just signed him so we can get a left back in, but then he wasn't really properly vetted. So I don't know.
I do think he has the quality to be a world class fullback. He was a world class fullback when he was playing in Portugal. And very clearly, Portugal's a very strong league, considering how many players have been exported from Portugal and come to the Premier League and just lit it up.
Yeah, all of them.
There's countless examples at this point. So I don't think I can take anything away from it, calling it like a farmer's league or something, and you're just stat padding. I do think Tellez is a really good fullback. I just don't know what he's missing right now, and he just
maybe
needs
he
to
is missing game time. To be honest, maybe he's just missing game time because, like I said,
maybe he's like Fred when Fred first got his
I know lots of people in our fan base likes Tellez.
That makes sense.
But he never gets as much exposure as Donny when he doesn't play. That's just because Luke Shaw is as good as he's been. But if Luke Shaw was like how he's been lately or how he's been back in the past, I would be no doubt that we'd be asking why is Alex Tellez not playing at left back. So,
and if this is a serious injury for Shaw, like he's had throughout his career, which we don't know any updates on just yet, this is really Tellez's chance to show the world why he's top fullback again. And I just wanted to prove it. I just wanted to show the class that he showed at Porto.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Tellez, but I kind of feel like the opinion has changed. When he came in, I was like, he's really good going forward, But Luke Shaw is more rounded, and Luke Shaw's form has improved, so we're going to keep playing Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Now, it kind of feels like he's a body, When Luke Shaw's injured, we'll throw him in, because what else do we have,
Yeah, but that's only with all the rotation. It's if his favourite's not playing, then
all
the
his
rest
favourites
is
aren't playing. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I dare Ollie to pick a weak team against Villarreal and lose that game. I dare him, because that just means he's closer to the sack, and I can't wait until he gets the sack. So.
It's so stupid because Mourinho used to play the same players. Mourinho owned it. He didn't have a big squad. He was like, I need a big squad. I'm going to play the same players. Ole has a massive squad, but he doesn't use it.
Yeah.
Like, that in itself shows the way this manager thinks.
And when he uses it, he doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So,
it's all over the place.
Yeah. But anyways, moving forward, I think, like I said, I've said everything there is to say about that defense.
Yeah.
From midfield now, Ollie, you pick that midfield, or we're losing the game. You pick it, or we're losing the game. Are you gonna pick it? No. So we've lost the game. Guarantee you. McFred plays. It's late. We're probably gonna lose. They are the shittest midfield pivot I have seen in my life. Donny is worlds ahead of them. Matic is worlds ahead of them. Bruno is Bruno, so he has to play anyways. But you're gonna play McFred. I know you're gonna fucking play McFred. And if we lose the game, you're in trouble. So I think he has to play that midfield if he wants to win this game, and I've no doubts in my mind if we pick that midfield, he stands a way better chance of winning this game. So, but I don't think he will. So, like I said, this is not a predicted team. This is what he must pick if he wants to stay alive in Manchester United. So,
Yeah, I think yes. There's questions about Matic, but then he can put in a good 50 minutes or so. So this is the midfield to go with, but he won't. I can almost guarantee he's gonna go with the same six. Like when I get into Ole's mind, we're playing badly, so we need McFred.
yep.
Yeah.
But Pogba can't be benched. 2, Pogba needs to play on the left. Sancho versus Greenwood. Ronaldo is always going to play. So it's over. It's going to be the 7-6.
That's what I'm saying.
And yeah, we'll see. But this should be the front team. Donny, every time he's played, he needs to. He keeps saying Donny's going to get opportunities. And he must grab them. He gives Donny the little opportunity. Donny grabs it. Nothing happens. So Ole is so confused. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Clay?
Oh my gosh.
Yep, knowing Ollie, his past, all of the stuff that we know as United fans and what's happened, he's very much just going to go back to what he believes in most and just play his favorite players that he believes will get the result. So I very much want to be surprised if we see next to no rotation at all for our front six as well. But I do think Matic and Donny are probably our best pivot at the moment. They've shown so much class. They've shown a lot of just experience, and they just look confident. They look 10 times the pivot that Fred and McTominay. So I want to see that. It's such an iffy one with Bruno, just because he's played so much and he's looking frustrated. And there's a part of me that wants to just go, Bruno, you need to get your head just checked in a little bit and just stay bench for one game. Just come be super sub.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen under Ali. But there's a part of me that wants to see Ali try to do something like that. If he can do something like that, I'll have a little bit of faith that he's a bit of a man manager again. But that's about it.
If Oli loses trust in Bruno, you might as well sack him.
It's done. It's done.
It's done. If Bruno is Oli out, it's over. I might as well just pack your bags now, fam, because that's your Lord and Savior there, Oli. So yeah, pack your bags.
I don't think
Get out the club.
Ole needs to put faith in these two in the pivot.
Yeah.
Because he has nothing else. You know? I know Matic can't play a lot, but he has to take the risk. He has to, because if not,
Fam,
it's the same
all
thing.
the sexuals are done with
Same
McFred,
thing.
so
Yeah.
if all the sexuals are done with McFred, I don't know how you're gonna hide, fam. You know, so like I said, you pick this midfield pivot
And like,
or you die. That's just how it
you
is.
keep saying that, there's a player in Matic, you know? And he can't play the full game, but I think he can give 50 minutes pretty much every game, you know? I think his fitness is still that decent, so he should be playing.
His fitness is good enough to play a full 90 minutes. He just obviously falls off because the guy's like 35 at this point. He's got one foot in the retirement home, and he's still one of our best players, and that's the sad part right now. So we need to figure a way to incorporate Matic effectively into this team. I don't know how we're going to do it, but Ali needs to figure out how he's going to rotate him properly. But knowing Ali, he's just going to go, oh, Matic is a bench option. We're just going to leave it, play McFred.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that'll be the downfall this weekend when I get to my predictions. You know, that is moving forward.
And like, think about it logically, you know? If you want to be, yes, I get the whole being tenacious thing, you know? But once again, you need to double down to your strengths. McFred aren't good defensively, you know? So playing them and then playing them defensively is stupid.
McFred don't do nothing.
Because people get a turnover on us, and it's late. They can't get a hold of
I
it.
don't know
It's
what
over.
midfield
What else?
McFred bosses or wins. They don't win any midfield battle.
It's like I know Barcelona are in a rat right now, so they're not a very good example. But it's like Barcelona using Busquets like Ole, when his strengths, even in the decline of his career, is on the ball and distributing, you know, and that's still there at least. When we're on the ball, Matic and Donny can do the things, you know, and Donny's not that bad defensively. So double down on that
Better
and
than
just
McTominay
risk
and
that. You know,
Fred
it might
at the
not
moment
work.
defensively, so.
Yeah, it might not work, but at least we kind of know that what we're gonna get. What he's doing is just illogical, honestly, and he keeps doing over and over and over and over again. So I just don't know what the end goal is.
Yeah.
Fred.
Yeah.
Are they gonna grow into good players?
No,
I don't know.
I've given up. I thought I seen the light this season with McTominay. Nope, never mind. I rerun the back. No, Fred is dead. I've given up with them. That's all his secret to getting sacked. Play McFred more. I'm telling you, you're running out of time, Ollie. So it is what it is. If you trust him, and I think you will. And I think you'll lose this game on the week. So it is what it is. Moving forward, the front three. Greenwood has deserved and earned his spot at the start of the season. After a game like that on the weekend, you get dropped. You need a wake up call, my son. You need a wake up call. I'm telling you what, like I said, I was flushing your head down the toilet asking you, what the hell are you doing, fam? You got Ronaldo in the box, open. You got Bruno in the box, open. And you're shooting from ridiculous angles. I don't know who you think you are, but you need a humbling again. Bench. You're on the bench. We designed Jadon Sancho for a reason. Sancho's supposed to be the number one right winger, so you play Jadon Sancho right winger. You want creativity, you want Ronaldo to get chances. There is no one better than Jadon Sancho to do that. Paul Pogba is going to be shoehorned at left wing until Marcus Rashford's back. So it is what it is. Paul Pogba, he creates chances for Cristiano Ronaldo. So there's no reason why you shouldn't play him at left wing first game. And then obviously Ronaldo is Ronaldo, and like I said, if the rut we in, with the frustrations going around, Ronaldo not getting a goal, in a fantasy world, I pray for you, Villarreal, because if the Ronaldo is hungry and he's on it, yeah, rest in peace, Villarreal. Rest in peace,
Let's hope we're
Villarreal.
serving him. Let's be honest. As long as we're serving hungry Ronaldo, it's done.
Yeah, so and like I said, it doesn't matter. As long as McFred's not behind him,
Yeah.
rest in peace, Villarreal. Rest in peace, Villarreal. Cristiano is coming to destroy you, so it is what it is. Yeah, Maloto, I think if you're not lagged out, you can tell us your thoughts on the front three. If not, Clay, you can go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is the ideal creative front three to play around any kind of striker. We were saying this last season even, we need to be playing very creative players around Cavani, and now we got Ronaldo, who's even better of a goal scorer, and we're still not trying to play a creative style to accommodate for Ronaldo's goal poaching abilities and just his general understanding of how to pull the ball in the back of the net. And I don't know why we're not playing around our strengths. It doesn't make any sense. And something in me is telling me that Sancho's not going to play right wing. He's still going to try to play left wing somehow. He may even pull Pogba on the right again. I don't know. Because something is up with Oli and Sancho on the right. He very clearly thinks he's a Rashford replacement. And that's very troublesome. Because Sancho is much better on the right. He's a creator. He's such an intelligent footballer. We'll say this every single show. He can make things happen by himself. He will dish Ronaldo anytime he needs it on the right. But on the left, he's going to be playing a lot more selfish. He's going to be trying to play like Rush. He's going to be trying to cut inside for those goals.
You'll be instructed to do that. I think that's why Oli plays Jadon Sancho on the left. I don't think Oli knows how to use Jadon Sancho.
I don't quite think so either, but I think any half-decent manager goes, we have these two prolific creators. Any other manager. Sean Dyche knows how to get Dwight McNeil on the ball so he can give Chris Wood a goal.
Go.
Even someone like Sean Dyche knows that that's the basics of tactics. You have a creator and you have someone that can score goals. That it should be that simple. If you have Paul Pogba and Jadon Sancho on the wings next to a prolific striker such as Cristiano Ronaldo, who never fails to get less than like 20 goals a season since he left United as a winger, he hasn't ever got like dipped below 20 goals a season. So I genuinely don't understand how you don't look at this pairing and go, this is the way we're going to destroy every single team
dumb, fam.
in the world.
Why. This man is dumb. He's dumb. He just plays the players who think he's going to pull something out of their ass. So it's no surprise to me if Ronaldo's left wing, Cavani's at striker, and Greenwood on the right wing, and he fucks it up.
He 4-4-2 again that we
fucks
played.
it up royally. So yeah,
I actually wouldn't be surprised if we do see the Ronaldo Cavani that he's been talking about for so long in these press conferences now that Cavani's back.
Yeah.
So I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if he does something crazy like that. And we just see like a Bruno Matic midfield too.
If I was Jadon Sancho, I'd start to worry because they're not looking good for you, my boy. Until what's it called? Until Ollie's gone, I don't think he knows how to use you. And it's so simple. Put it on the right. Be like, give the ball to Sancho. So he can cross the ball into the box for Ronaldo. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED talk. We'll see you in the next one. So, but yeah, Malota. Yeah, the front three. I think he has to pick this front three. By the way.
Yeah, no. If I see Ronaldo on the left, I'm switching off the TV. I'm not watching that game. I won't even bother. And Yeah, I agree with Clay. Like, we're struggling with creativity, and he's got 75 million worth of creativity on the bench. There's a reason why he's 75 million. There's a reason why we couldn't get him the scene before.
There's a reason why
Because they
Dortmund
wanted more.
CEO
Because he's
still
worth
says
it.
he weeps when he watches Sancho at United because it's like, what are they
Yeah.
doing with my boy? They're
Yeah,
killing him.
he's-
So
He's worth it. We bought Sancho because we had a problem with creativity. So he comes and we don't play him. The problem with creativity is going to persist. Oh, are you stupid?
Yeah.
Like, what?
yes, the simple answer is yes at this moment.
So he just needs to keep playing him. He just needs to keep playing because yes, our playing style doesn't help Sancho. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why Ole is saying he's not going to play him because it doesn't fit the playing style, which is a problem in itself. But you just need to keep playing him because he's that's why we bought him. You just need to keep playing him until he
It's the same argument that I'd make with Ali bringing in Donny and just being like, he just doesn't fit the system, so I'm just going to throw a tantrum and never play him. It's disgusting behavior when your club just spends 120 million on 2 players for you just to rot on the bench. But they're youthful and they just bring so much to
I'm
this
like,
team, and I've solved so many problems, and I just ignores them. It's a joke.
Yeah.
like who makes someone his number one target who doesn't fit the system? Like,
Exactly.
what? How does that work? Your number one target. So if he's number one target, you want him the most because of what he offers.
Yep.
Yeah. I think
And he doesn't fit the system. Oh gosh.
So yeah, Ali needs to be playing him more. As simple as that. I need to be playing him in the right.
There's either one or two things that's gonna happen this week because it looks like luck is running out. Like I said, actually, there's 3 things that happen. One, he plays his old team. Ollie gets away with it. Everyone's happy again, and we're all back in the same mess.
Yeah.
2, he plays that team. He gets exposed again, and he falls flat on his face, and it's late for him and his job. 3, he pulls a miracle out of his ass. He plays that team I had on the whiteboard. The team is overall amazing, and we're like, oh my god, he's learned. He's learned. He's seen the vision. He's seen the vision. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think what's gonna happen is the second option. He's gonna play his old team. He's gonna get smacked, and I'm gonna be laughing. I'm gonna be laughing because I'm like, how are you this dumb, fam? So I'm gonna go first for once in my life. I'm going first at these score predictions, and I think he's gonna play McFred. I think he's gonna play Cavani and Ronaldo. He's gonna play the worst team he can pick. I don't think he's gonna get away with it. I think Villarreal is very technical, and when we play Spanish technical teams, it don't work out for Manchester United. So I think we are gonna lose. I think Ronaldo will always get you a goal, but I think we're gonna lose 2-1. So yeah.
Ow.
I think
This is a terrible timing again.
I think we'll have to like that.
So I think I want to more so set expectations versus an actual score prediction right now. I feel like we need to bounce back. We need a very strong victory right now. We need to show why we are investing in Ali right now. We need to show the fans that this team can go on and do some magical things in this competition and in the Premier League potentially. So I think we need to come out guns blazing. We need to come looking for goals. We need to be hungry. We need to be ready for this game. And I still am back us to keep a clean sheet. So I think the minimum that we should be looking for is to be scoring goals again and trying our best to keep that clean sheet. But I think it's unlikely. So I want a 3-1 win.
How do we tell him? The poor Clay. He's preached his heart out. He's asked Ollie to do us a favor. I hope for you, boy, because I don't think it's going to happen, but I can hope for you. Moloto, are you back?
There we go.
I'm here, right? You can hear me.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
go for it.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, let me just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start with hope mentality. We're gonna make ourselves look crazy. The energy will be there, but then none of the creativity will be there because the problems won't just go away. I think then Villarreal is going to score because even though they have the energy, they're still a better team because they know how to play football. And then I think we'll score 2 goals and come back And then I think towards the dying end of the game, they'll equalize and maybe a 2-2 draw.
Oof.
It's a bleak
I
result.
think even a draw is late for him. So
Yeah.
I think a
There seems
draw
to be
is
3
late
points
for
on
him.
the board.
Yeah, this is a must-win game for Oli, so I think even that's late for him. Oli,
The Europa League's calling.
attack. If
I'm gonna decline that call right away. I'm not gonna lie.
if Europa League calls and we put Ronaldo in Europa League, he's fine. I'm telling you now, he's fine. Then Ronaldo will not have that. He's fine. Ronaldo will make sure that guy gets fired. So yeah, that's one positive. So that's why I said that's why I think this result is big. We have to get 3 points in Champions League because a team like this should not anyway. Europa League should not be mentioned next to a team like this. He will get fired. I'm probably like 60% convinced he'll get fired if he does manage to do that. I would say I'm looking forward to the game on the week, but I'm not. I'm not looking forward to the game. I look forward to watching Ronaldo. That's it. GG's. I'll check you all in the next one. But anyways, yeah, I think it's been a good show. Moloto, it's good to have you back so we can depress you as long as we depress, so we all depress together. Obviously, we just want the best for Manchester United, so let's see what happens this week. Like you said, let's see if Clay's thing happens. Happy days, So let's see what happens. Like I said, smash like on the video, subscribe if you're new. We'll check you all very soon, probably Wednesday for the match reaction.